Hey, what's going on, guys? Alright, we live? Am I live? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. I assume I am. Just close that. Close that. Sorry it took me so long. I had to figure a lot of things out. For those that don't know, welcome first. Hello, first of all, welcome. My name is Glimg. If this is your first time experiencing a video of mine on YouTube, then welcome, come on in. I am an action adventure, RPG, retro gamer, unboxer, a man of different tastes and things, and YouTube used to be a place where I used to create Let's Play videos and unboxing videos, and then I kind of dipped my toes into Twitch. And now I'm actually coming back to YouTube. I'm going to be making more videos. We're going to get back to unboxing videos. And we're going to do things like this, where we're playing Let's Plays. I will film Let's Play videos on occasion and edit them, but occasionally I felt like streaming on YouTube would be a lot more fun as well. And this is my first stream on YouTube, so trying to figure this all out. So I apologize for my lateness. I just want to make sure that this is all working. I'm pretty sure it is, but bear with me. Because this is all new to me. This is all new to me, being here on YouTube. Well, not being new on YouTube, but streaming on YouTube, right? Making sure that I'm live and stuff, so me being here on YouTube. Well, not being new on YouTube. Okay, I can hear myself. Okay, so I know it's working. Okay, so there we go. That's cool. Volume is coming in on the low side. Like volume of my mic. I don't have my mic turned down low. If I move myself away from the microphone, it sounds really far, but like if I'm close to the mic. If I move myself away from the microphone, it sounds really far, but see, I can hear myself in the preview window. Yeah, I'm gonna move you guys over here. Yeah, move you over here. There we go. So anyway, YouTube is going to be a place where I'm going to be making videos, but also I'm going to be doing streams and stuff as well. How's it going, by the way? Nice to see you, Maxie. Welcome. I want to grow the YouTube channel because, unlike Twitch, subscriptions here on YouTube are free. You just have to raise it higher? Oh, I apologize. Well, at least you can hear me, and at least it's clear. But anyway, yeah, as I was going to say, subscriptions are free here on YouTube. So please, if you like what you see here today, or you watch this video later, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and also hit that bell notification, and that way you'll know when I get new videos. And I'm going to be trying to pump out videos as often as I can, try and stream here as often as I can as well. I feel like YouTube is where I got my start, and that's kind of where I'm going, so I'm coming home. He's coming home, coming home. Okay, so anyway, what am I doing? Okay, so today we are playing Star Trek The Next Generation, A Final Unity. I'm just going to make a quick post on Twitter about it. Or, yeah, Twitter. I almost said Twitch. I'm not on Twitch anymore. Well, I'm still on Twitch. Like, my username's still there, but I'm taking a break while I check other things out. And I'll give you the rundown of the game in just a minute. I'm taking a break while I'm just gonna copy this. There we go. Okay. Hashtag YouTube. There we go. CDOS run, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. So to give you a bit of a rundown of the story, because this was new to me too, I didn't even realize that I love point-and-click adventure games as much as the next person, and I was kind of shocked when this was actually made, because I knew that there was a Star Trek game on the Super Nintendo. So to kind of give you a bit of a background here, there was a company called Spectrum HoloByte, and they initially made a Super Nintendo game of Star Trek The Next Generation on the Super Nintendo in 1994, which was labeled Star Trek The Next Generation Futures Past on SNES, and of course, licensing rights, it was changed to Echoes from the Past on Sega Genesis. It's a 1994 adventure game featuring strategy and puzzle-solving elements. The game was released for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Sega Genesis, and the Sega Game Gear. It takes place in the Star Trek universe spanning Federation space and the Romulan Neutral Zone, and centers on the appearance of the IFD, otherwise known as Integrated Field De-Randomizer, an artifact machine of unknown origin that, as its name suggests, allows its user to reshape matter and energy. Either way, it was a fun game on Super Nintendo. I actually do have it on my Super Nintendo. Maybe I will play it at some point for you guys. It is kind of challenging and pretty hard. But anyway, so the following year later, Spectrum created this game, but this is for PC. And is actually, apparently, according to reviews and stuff, one of the best point-and-click adventure games of that era. And we're talking about the old era, so we're talking about like the 90s and stuff. So this is a adventure game based on the Star Trek universe, released in 1995 for the MS-DOS and later ported to Macintosh. It puts the player in the control of Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Enterprise D and features traditional point-and-click adventure gameplay, as well as free-form space exploration, diplomatic encounters, and tactical ship-to-ship combat. What's really cool about this game, though, is that the cast of the Star Trek Next Generation reprising their roles, providing the voices of the respective characters. So, Geordi, Data, Riker, Worf, those characters are going to have their voices. Now, unfortunately, not everybody's going to be involved in the show. I believe Will Wheaton is not part of it. So, unfortunately, we don't get to say, "Shut up, Wesley." But yeah, so I'm really excited to play this game. It took a little bit of tinkering to get it to work on DOS, basically, for you guys. But I'm excited to play it. I hope you guys are as well. I'm going to be doing a lot of Let's Play videos over the next little bit, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just tinkering with the last couple little things here, and then we will jump into the game, if that's cool with all you folks. I'm just going to create a folder here. 1 sec. And we'll call that... I can't... No, rename. There you go. Perfect. Okay. I will probably be trying to play it in full screen on my side. And if any time anything sounds too loud or whatever, obviously do let me know. I'll try to make adjustments. I'm just gonna go into full screen on my side. Hopefully that doesn't affect you guys. It shouldn't. Oh, hang on 1 sec. Why did my thing go away? Trying to make it so that I can see the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna move that over here and that over there. How about that? That probably works better, right? Because I need to be able to see the chat. Okay, if I go full screen, does that allow me to see the chat? Now OBS went away. Ah! Why is it doing this? I wish there was a way to incorporate chat into OBS. I probably can. Sorry guys, 1 sec. I'm trying to figure this all out. This is all new to me. I'm not used to all this. How can I get chat in OBS? Let's see. Can I... Am I able to add a scene? No. We've got stats. That's cool. Doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't look like I can add chat. There's a few videos on it. I should have done that before I did the video. Alright, hey, what if I do this? Okay, how about that? Does that work? Let's see. Nope. I know how to pop out chat, but it won't let me. The thing is, like, this is one of those games that I have to use DOSBox for. I can't use Scum VM, which is actually an emulator, which kind of annoys me because Scum VM is much better and easier to navigate. All right, give me 1 sec, guys. How to add YouTube chat to OBS? I'm gonna quickly watch a YouTube video. As he does. Oh. Oh, he's adding it at his browser source. Oh my god. Dude, stop talking. Okay, I guess I could try it that way. So to do that, basically we copy this. We go browser. Right, and test. It shows there, but it's not showing there. So I can type, but it's one thing after another. I thought I had everything ready to go, and obviously I don't. This is what's annoying. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Pop out chat. I just want to play my game. Okay, there's the chat. Alright, I'm gonna minimize that. Oh, I can't do it without overlapping the screen. It doesn't work that way. Alright. Well... Shit. Alright. The things you do, man. The things we do. Okay, well, insane. The bitrate. I was probably talking about the bitrate of my microphone, maybe? Good thing you can't hear the air conditioner in the background. The air conditioner's pretty loud. I think there's a way to increase my DOSBox window. How to make DOSBox window bigger. Oh, apparently I can actually customize it. Or maybe not. Oh my god, I click on a link and nothing happened. How to make DOSBox window bigger. Why is there ads? I don't want ads! I just want an answer! How do I increase the size of the window? How to enlarge it without full screen? There we go. Of course, nobody gives you the answer on Google. They're all like, here, go here, click this, go there. It's like, no, I don't. I want bigger. Because I can make it full screen, but then the chat doesn't work. I know you see me chatting. Well, I guess while I figured this out, because I thought I had it figured out, we can have a live chat, so. How do you make it bigger? I don't know. Can I resize it? Do I have to use it in my DOSBox configuration file? Where's DOSBox? Fuck. Where did I store it? D drive? In the what folder? The configuration. Okay, well, where's that? Nope. Nope. Not there. Or there either. There is no configuration folder file. Unless you're talking about this. And ah. Stanley Cup predictions. I'd like to say the Leafs, but unless if they don't play defensively, I would probably say the early favorite, based off of how the regular season was going, was probably you could say Boston, you could say Tampa Bay, you could say who was good in the West. I mean, St. Louis is still a tough team. You hope you're wrong, but watch the Rona end things before the competition. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. Oh, you're talking about Corona? Like someone caught it? Okay. Alt-Enter goes full screen, but then... Alright, I'm going to try one thing. Hang on. I might not be able to get in my OBS preview screen. What if I do it this way? That's fine. Cool. Okay, so that works. I just can't get OBS, even though OBS is there. Alright. Alright. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick test. Make sure my alerts are working, so one sec. Sorry, guys. All this testing, I know, I apologize. We will get underway in a minute. I assure you. Alright. So this is what happens when somebody subscribes. This is a test. Now, it's going to show up here in a second. Yay! Okay, it worked. So I can still see it in my preview window of the studio. That's cool. Cool. Alright, that worked. Neat. Alright, so I guess for the purpose of this game, I will have to go through the preview window. But that's okay. Right? Okay. Enough with the introductions. Sorry guys for my first video here on YouTube. I know it's a little rougher than I wanted. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to edit that out, but whatever. We got to figure it out. We're going to go live now. Okay, so anyway, Star Trek, Next Generation, Final Unity. Here we go. Full screen. Make sure this still works. I can still see the chat. Excellent. All right. Let's do this. So we're going to go STTNG. Now, I will say the thing about this game is because it's voiced, and because there is voice support, I don't have to do a lot of the talking, which is actually beneficial. So during cutscenes or when people are talking, I might quirp or say something. I might leave a remark, but for the most part, I'll be quiet. The introduction to this game plays out like a Star Trek episode, so it's almost like they tried to recreate the game as if, in a way, if in the beginning anyway, if it was a Star Trek: The Next Generation episode. So you'll see the production value is pretty good. Bear in mind this is 1995, so obviously the graphics have not aged very well, but hey, it is what it is, right? All right, well, without further ado, let's go. Like I said, this was a pain in the butt to get working. They don't make them like they used to.
Captain's log, stardate 47111.1. A Federation listening post along the Romulan neutral zone has detected an unidentified vessel headed for Federation space. The Enterprise is moving to intercept.
At its reported heading and velocity, the vessel will enter Federation space in approximately 47.3 seconds.
Go to yellow alert.
We have the vessel on sensors.
The ship is a Garidian scout ship. They are driving their engines too hard. Their warp core is critical.
The Garidians. What is the status of their relationship with the Romulan Empire?
They're on friendly terms and may share technology.
We are being hailed.
On screen.
Help us. We are fleeing political persecution. We seek asylum. We are being persecuted.
Right?
Their signal is breaking
This is
up.
pretty impressive for
What do you
1995.
make of this, number one?
It could be a trick.
The Garidians have earned a reputation as honorable warriors, Captain. They do not ordinarily resort to trickery.
We are within visual range. The Garidian's warp drive is failing. They are dropping to sublight speed inside Federation space.
That's not good.
Slow to impulse.
Warbird decloaking directly ahead.
Also not good.
The Warbird is also Viridian. They are hailing us.
This is an internal Viridian matter. Withdraw at once.
You are violating Federation space.
They have cut off transmission.
The Warbird has locked its tractor beam onto the scout ship.
Go to red alert.
And now we get a cheesy synthesizer. Alright, everything still sound good? Yes? No? Maybe so? Just make sure everything sounds okay. Since you're the only one here, you're pretty much my go-to eyes. I guess I could check out myself on YouTube. Because I can actually open this up here and go. Pause that for a second. Because I can actually open this up here and go. Yep, okay, good. For a second. I can hear it still, so. Let me just review. I just want to make sure that. What did it sound like when it was doing the.
To boldly go where no one has intentions. And no one.
I love that it's trying to play out like an episode of G. Okay, so the audio sounds fine. Okay, cool. Cool. Just making sure. Alright, back to our regular scheduled programming. Okay, so anyway, a couple things to point out while we're here. So we do have the option of loading a save, making a new save, starting over. With the sound levels, if anything is too quiet or too loud, of course, I can always make adjustments. The difficulty in this game goes from Ensign all the way up to Captain. I'm going to be playing on an Ensign because of the ship combat that takes place within the game. And it is actually... I read up on it without spoilers or anything like that. It is actually one of the more difficult aspects of the game. So I'm just going to leave it on Ensign. Apparently, when it comes to ship combat, we can do certain things ourselves, but also apparently you can assign things to Commander Worf. So I'll probably just do that. But I've also got the text on, so that way you'll be able to see the subtitles, because by default they weren't on initially. So I had to make sure that those were set properly as well. Cool. All right. So with that being said, let's resume. And so a couple things we can do on the ship. Obviously, we can, like your standard point-click adventure games, we can go places. We can talk to people on the crew. We can replay our previous conversation. So in this case, the previous conversation was as follows. Captain's log supplemental. Guardian Warbird has violated the neutral zone in pursuit of a scout ship. Fugitives may be seeking political asylum, but as yet we have been unable to confirm their intentions. That's basically the conversation that has taken place thus far. Stardate 47111.1 is February 10th, 2370. Time is 1:14 p.m. 09. Yeah, so basically this game takes place... You can tell the intro was made for the game. Yeah, apparently people looked it up. So the Stardate is actually takes place around season 7 of Star Trek: The Next Generation. I think in between the episodes 1 and 2. But of course, any Trekkies out there or my Trekkie friends would be able to tell specifically. All right, let's talk to Troy. See if she knows what's going on here.
Any insights, Counselor?
The Garidian captain is torn about something, as if she were faced with a difficult dilemma.
She has violated the neutral zone.
It's more than that. I think she has a personal stake in this matter.
Personal stake, you say? Interesting. That would suck if you first thing to get banned. It wouldn't be a ban, it would just be a copyright strike, so... I just said that they detected music or whatever, so they probably detected the Star Trek theme song. Because technically you can't play pirated, not pirated. You can't play copyrighted music, but... Oops. It was part of the intro, so... whatever. I don't think anything bad will happen of it. Let's ask Data. What was Data got to say?
Mr. Data, do you have any suggestions?
As long as the Warbird maintains a tractor beam on the scout ship, we cannot beam its crew aboard. However, if we maneuvered the Enterprise between the ships, we could temporarily disrupt the tractor beam.
Good theory.
We will have to drop our shields to use the transporter.
I'm not willing to take that risk.
I'm not willing to take that risk.
Not yet. Not yet, anyway. Because for all I know, lowering the shields means that they fire on us. It's possible they might throw some ads in. Who knows? Yeah, right? Well, again, we'll figure it out. We're dipping our toes into YouTube here, so we'll see what happens. Okay, what about Mr. Worf? What do you think?
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
The Garidian Warbird is similar to the Romulan X class. It is less maneuverable than the Enterprise, but it has slightly more firepower.
I see.
We'd both take a beating if it came down to a fight.
Our records identify the Warbird as the Asirim, commanded by Captain Pintara. Starfleet intelligence rates her as a capable but unimaginative tactician.
I love that the voices in this game are everybody from the Star Trek series. Alright, well, number one, what do you think?
What do you think, number one?
The Garidians respect strength. If we show any sign of weakness, it might just encourage them to fight.
That's true. That's very true.
What do you suggest?
Maybe we can use our phasers until they listen to reason.
So basically this game is going to present you with options and choices. You might think that some of these choices, like it gives you the false illusion of choice, right? Where you could be like, I don't want to provoke them, number one. So, but there are times where you basically, I mean, you're playing as Picard. You have to be diplomatic, but at the same time, there are certain things that you have to do or not do. Now, apparently there's also a good ending and a bad ending with this game. We could say, I don't want to provoke them, number one. That may be too strong of an action, Mr. Worf. Lock phasers onto the Warbird, but hold your fire. But the correct answer, from what I understood, because I played like 5 minutes of this, just when I was doing a test last night to make sure it works. Let's give it a try. Lock phasers on the Warbird, 10% power, fire.
Let's give it a try. Lock phasers on the Warbird, 10% power. Fire.
The Warbird is hailing us.
And of course, now we have the option of saying, ignore that. Or on screen. Obviously, in this case, on screen.
On screen.
Federation starship. This is an internal Garidian matter. You've been warned not to interfere.
Oh, yeah? Do you know who I am, lady? I am Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. Surely we can resolve this matter without recourse to further violence. Your presence here gives me every right to interfere. Why have you violated the neutral zone? You will leave Federation space at once or face the consequences. You have committed an act of war by crossing the neutral zone. Surrender your ship immediately. I don't think we're in a position to tell them to go, you know, F off, but we're definitely in a position to be like, hey, you've interfered.
Your presence here gives me every right to interfere. Why have you violated the neutral zone?
Captain, the Warbird has disengaged its tractor beam. They are locking their disruptors on us.
Transporter room, lock on and energize.
We will have to drop our shields to use the transporter.
Make it so.
We'll have to take that risk.
The crew of the scout ship has been beamed aboard.
Captain, you are harboring dangerous criminals. I demand that you transfer them to my
That's more of
custody
something Kirk would say.
immediately.
Right? They are guests aboard my ship. If you return to the Geridian space immediately, I will overlook your violation of the neutral zone.
They are now guests aboard my ship. If you return to Geridian space immediately, I will overlook your violation of the neutral zone.
Very well. You have won this time, Captain. But I promise you, there will be a next time.
I'll be deadly serious next time.
The Warbird is heading back toward Geridian space. They are activating their cloaking device. Captain, our new arrivals are requesting to speak with you. Their names are Lucana, Avakar, and Tabak.
All right.
What are your orders, Captain?
I should like to consider the situation a bit further.
I should like to consider the situation a bit further.
Cool. All right, let's talk to Troy.
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions right now.
And so a lot of times you can actually talk to your crew and they'll give you advice. Data?
Mr. Data, any suggestions?
I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
I do agree. We should probably let Starfleet know what happened. Mr. Worf?
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
Agreed. Alright, well, the people wanted to talk to me, right? So...
Primary core access
now,
enabled.
the other thing too
Systems
about
online.
the other thing about this game as well is we can actually take a look at the computer and we can look up a plethora of history as it pertains to everything here, such as the USS Enterprise. The USS Enterprise NCC-1701-D, a Galaxy-class starship, was officially commissioned on stardate 40759.5, October 4th, 2363 AD, at Utopia Planitia. I'm probably fudging that name. I apologize. Fleet Yards. Captain Jean-Luc Picard took command of the vessel on stardate 41124. The USS Enterprise is engaged in an exploratory mission as a representative of the United Federation of Planets. Its primary charter is to find and establish contact with new life forms. And it, like, again, it has a whole things of, I mean, you can look at the bridge, we can look at the duties, support craft, systems, tactical, like there's tons of history here if you really want to look through it all. In terms of the cultures, we can look at the Geridians. The Geridians are similar in appearance to and are allied with the Romulans. It has been proposed that the two races are related, and interbreeding has been known to occur, but not enough is known about their respective histories to confirm this hypothesis. The Geridian homeworld is called Grid. Their society is class-oriented, with a small upper class known as the Patricians, ruling over the lower plebeian class that far outnumbers them. The world is governed by a ruling council composed entirely of patricians. The military holds great power, but only patricians are allowed to serve as officers.
Next time, catch it. Next time.
So yeah, anyway, we can look at different things. Analysis, local area. Okay, so anyway. And we can look at the sector. We can take a look at it.
Shields.
We can look at engineering. Engineering is very good.
Miss LaForge, you have engineering.
Yes, sir.
Gonna dedicate engineering to him. Tactical. So this is where we would be doing any of the fighting. In this case, obviously, we could turn it off if we really want to fight for ourselves. But
Mr. Worf, you have tactical.
Captain,
I
I
will.
am honored.
I will let Mr. Worf here handle the tactical side of things. Back to the bridge. We can even go down and visit engineering. Again, same sort of way to access it. Back to the bridge. We could go to the holodeck if we needed to rewatch a cutscene or something. We can do that here, right? Again, we'll go back to the bridge. Alright, so let's talk to the guests. Let's talk to Bach first.
Captain Picard, can you help us contact a Vulcan archaeologist named Shinnok? He may possibly hold the key to the discovery of the Lawgiver's fifth scroll.
What is this fifth scroll you mentioned?
What is this fifth scroll you mentioned?
Let me give you a bit of background. Caridian society is a rigid structure consisting of two distinct classes, the patricians and the plebeians. For the past 1,000 years, that structure has been governed by the laws derived from the four sacred scrolls. The first scroll outlines our code of honor. The second describes the relationship between the military and the government. The third defines the principles of our religion. And the fourth enumerates the privileges and the responsibilities of the patrician class.
But you speak of another scroll.
According to legend, the Lawgiver also wrote a fifth scroll defining the rights and privileges of the plebeian class, which were not explained in the other scrolls.
Why are you so interested in this fifth scroll?
Why are you so interested in this fifth scroll?
I am a scholar, Captain. My interest is purely academic. Lucana, on the other hand, is a social revolutionary. She hopes the scroll will inflame the underclasses to rebellion.
How would an ancient scroll do her any good?
The patricians stopped the Lawgiver before he could reveal his fifth scroll. The Lawgiver and a few of his disciples, known as the Followers, left Gerrid in 5 spaceships to start their own colony. No trace of them was ever found, and the story gradually took on mythic proportions.
Who is the Lawgiver?
Who is the Lawgiver?
His real name was Avatrunai, and he was the architect of Garidian society. His 4 scrolls became the cornerstone of our entire culture.
And what makes you think Shinnok can help you?
What makes you think Shinnok can help you?
Shinnok, sorry.
My studies indicate that the Followers ended up somewhere in what is now Federation space. But because our governments are not on friendly terms, I could never follow up on that research. But the Vulcan scholar Shinnok lives in the Federation and has made extensive studies of our history. I believe he may have vital information that will help us locate the Followers. The fifth scroll could be the greatest social discovery in Gerrid's history. Even if you don't agree with Lucana's goals, I urge you to talk to Shinnok and help us find the scroll for science's sake.
Interesting.
This could be an intriguing quest.
I agree. I sympathize with your cause, but I must inform you that the Federation will not take sides in Gerrid's domestic politics. I've decided to visit Shinnok and see whether he can help you regarding the fifth scroll. Excuse me, I have other duties to attend to. Perhaps we can talk again later.
If you'll excuse me, I have other duties to attend to. Perhaps we can talk again later.
Talk to number 1 about that.
Any suggestions, number 1?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any suggestions right now.
Okay. Let's talk to Lucana.
Captain Picard, my name is Lucana. On behalf of the oppressed underclasses of Gerrid, I'd like to thank you for rescuing us.
Don't thank me too quickly. You have illegally entered Federation space, and this ship is not a haven for criminals.
I am not a criminal, Captain. I am only seeking justice for my people.
Very well. You may stay on board the Enterprise until we have sorted this matter out.
Do not dismiss me so quickly, Captain. The fate of all Garrett is hanging in the balance.
Why do you say that?
I am searching for the fifth scroll. It's the only way to give the plebeians the freedom they deserve.
Everybody's looking for the fifth scroll, like the fifth element. Who are the plebeians?
Who are the plebeians?
They are the underclasses of Garrett, forced by law to serve the patricians, their masters for the past 1,000 years.
And why are you so interested in the fifth scroll?
Why are you so interested in this fifth?
Finding the fifth scroll will free my people from tyranny because the scroll gives the rights to the plebeians, Garrett's lower classes. That's why the government doesn't dare let me succeed.
Makes sense.
If you'll excuse...
Does she have anything else to say?
Captain Picard.
I know.
If you'll excuse...
Okay, and then there's one more person we can talk to, which is Avakar, I think?
I feel I should apologize for my mother's actions, Captain.
Your mother?
Yes. My mother is Pentara, the captain of the Asirum. It was her vessel you confronted when she had my scout ship in her tractor beam.
Why is your own mother trying to kill you?
That is a good question.
She is only doing her duty. I know she doesn't want to kill me, but she is under orders to prevent Lucana from finding the lawgiver's fifth scroll.
Why are you so interested in this fifth scroll?
Because I believe in Lucana's crusade. Even though I was born a patrician, Lucana has made me aware of the plebeian suffering. The fifth scroll would give them a more honorable place in Garidian society.
I sympathize with your cause, but I must inform you that the Federation will not take sides in Garrett's domestic politics.
And we are not asking you to do so, Captain. When the time comes, we will fight that battle ourselves.
Alright.
I sympathize with your cause.
Maybe we should talk to, how do I talk to astrogation? It's cool that we can see different areas. Of course. Display.
Primary core access enabled. Systems online.
Missions. Captain's logs. And then subheading your captain's log. Alright, so what do I do now?
Counselor, do you have a...
I'm sorry.
Data, what do you say?
I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
How do I contact Starfleet? Screen. You were this year's, today's years old when you found that they could be negatives? Okay, what do I do? That's the conference lounge. Dr. Riker. Astrogen, computer. Take the turbo lift. Take it to the transport
There are
room.
no valid beam down coordinates at this location.
no beaming down. Can I go to engineering? Engineering's fine. Go to the bridge. How do I change the sector?
Primary core access enabled. Systems online.
Systems. Is there a way to, maybe I have to go to the location. I'm just adjusting my seat. Ugh, there we go. Okay, so I guess I have to, we're supposed to contact Starfleet, so...
Admiral Williams here.
There we go.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Now I figured out how to contact Starfleet. Alright, there we go. What's your assessment of our recent performance? What is the current situation, Admiral? Is there anything in particular we should be aware of? Picard out. I'd like to confirm our current orders.
I'd like to confirm our current orders.
Of course. Starfleet Command is still considering the options. While we review the situation, the Enterprise is to remain on patrol.
Your assessment of our recent performance?
What's your assessment?
The Enterprise's presence in this region has set a lot of minds at ease, but I'm still concerned about the Romulan activity in the area. Look sharp, Captain.
Yes, ma'am. Alright, well, what about the third option? What is the current situation, Admiral? Is there anything in particular we should be aware of?
What is the current situation, Admiral? Is there anything in particular we should be aware of?
Actually, things are relatively quiet right now. The only cause for concern is all the Romulan activity in the area.
Alright.
Picard out. Mr. Data.
I suggest...
I just contacted Starfleet.
Admiral Williams here.
I'd like to confirm our current orders. Assessment of recent performance. What's the current situation?
Picard out.
Okay, so apparently we can't really do anything with Starfleet, so we probably need to go after Chinook.
Please, Captain, in the name of justice for an oppressed...
The fifth scroll.
I've decided to visit Chinook and see whether he can help you regarding the fifth scroll.
I have decided to visit Shinnok and see whether he can help you regarding the fifth scroll.
Thank you for agreeing to visit Shinnok, Captain. The fifth scroll could be the greatest social discovery in Garrett's history.
Understood. We will be underway at once. I will let you know when we arrive.
Understood. We will be underway at once. I will let you know when we arrive.
Mr. Worf, inform Starfleet that we will be assisting the Garidians in their search.
Aye, sir.
Computer, what are the current whereabouts of the Vulcan archaeologist Shinnok?
According to Federation archaeological survey records, Shinnok is currently excavating ruins on the planet Horst 3.
Set course for Horst 3, Warp 5.
Aye, sir.
Engage.
There we go. Now we're off. Off and running. While we wait, we can talk to people.
Counselor...
I'm sorry, Cap...
Mr. Day...
I suggest...
Mr. Worf.
Captain, we should check out...
Any suggestions?
I'm sorry.
No? Alright. Nobody wants to say anything? Okay, cool.
Captain, we are receiving an emergency transmission from Simcoe 4.
On screen.
Simcoe 4? Isn't there a research center there?
Yes, sir. The work at Merton's orbital station focuses on power generation. The researchers there are among the best in the Federation.
Intriguing. On screen.
On screen.
This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. How can we be of help?
Captain Picard, I am Daneb, Chancellor of Simcoe. We are in need of immediate assistance. Merton's orbital station has been attacked by an unknown vessel and does not answer our hails.
Unknown vessel? That's not good.
Attacked? But the station is a purely scientific facility.
Is the attacking vessel still present?
We do not know. Whoever or whatever they were, our sensors did not detect them.
Perhaps it was a cloaked Romulan vessel.
I doubt the Romulans would venture this far into Federation territory. The risks are too great.
I agree. They would break the... By doing that, that would, it would just be... It would be bad.
Captain, you must hurry. The attack has destabilized the station's experimental power core. We don't know how long we have until a core breach, but I can tell you the resulting energy release and radiation would be catastrophic.
What about survivors? Did anyone get off the station?
We detected several escape pods, but we haven't recovered them yet. The pods we detected could hold only a few dozen. There are hundreds aboard the station, including families.
Set course for Simcoe 4. I hope it's not too late.
Thank you, Captain. I hope you arrive in time.
We'll do our best. Picard out. Dr. Crusher.
Crusher here.
Doctor, we may shortly be taking on a large number of wounded, possibly hundreds.
How much time have I got?
Not enough, I'm afraid. Picard out. Miss LaForge?
Yes, Captain.
We're en route to Merton's orbital station. They've been attacked, and they're going to need immediate assistance. See what you can find out about their experimental power core.
I'll see what I can dig up, but the Simconians do some advanced work. It may take a while to figure it all out.
I am so glad that I don't have to do all this reading. I am so glad that I can just sit here and you guys can appreciate the voice work of the original actors as if like we're watching an episode of the TV series. It's great.
Then I suggest you work quickly. Millions of lives on the planet's surface may be at stake. I expect a full analysis of the situation and our options as soon as we're within sensor range.
Yes, sir.
Engage.
And now we have to wait. Meanwhile, we can talk to people on the bridge.
Any suggestions, number one?
I'm sorry, Captain.
Counselor, do you have any...
I'm sorry.
Mr. Date, I suggest...
They all say the
Mr.
same
Wolf,
thing.
Captain.
Captain, we should check in with Starfleet. I came here to lead, not to read. I picked number 3.
Captain's log. We have arrived at the Simcoe system in response to a distress call regarding Merton's orbital station. The station was apparently attacked by unknown forces, leaving it in danger of a power core breach.
We're within sensor range of the Merton's orbital station, sir.
On screen. Miss LaForge?
LaForge here.
Report. What is the condition of the station?
You're looking at what's left of the Merton's orbital station, one of the largest research centers in the Federation. The focus of their work is on power generation. 5 years ago, they built the prototype of an experimental power core, and it's been running the station ever since.
Power generation studies? That doesn't warrant an assault like this.
I've been in contact with Starfleet headquarters. Power generation is only part of what this station studies. For several years, researchers here have been working on new ways to detect cloaked vessels.
If the Romulans discovered this, they might have risked a raid. The Simconians did not detect the attacking ship. It may have been cloaked.
That's speculation, Mr. Worf. We have no proof the Romulans were involved.
Well, whoever it was, something powerful punched through the station's shields and sliced off an entire research wing.
That sounds pretty powerful. Man, suggest a different number.
What do you mean, sliced off?
There is insufficient debris in the area to indicate that the missing section was destroyed. It is possible the attackers simply removed it.
Geordi, could that be what destabilized the power core?
No, and that's what I can't figure out. Damage to the upper deck should only cause minor problems, but I'm reading serious power fluctuations. Maybe serious enough to breach the power core's containment field.
What will happen if the containment field fails?
I can't say for certain, but with With the amount of energy that thing can put out, I wouldn't want to be around it when it goes.
Consider it would be like a nuclear bomb. For the purpose of DOSBox games, just because DOS is also a pain in the butt, these will be treated as kind of like Let's Plays without the face cam. So if I'm playing like a DOS game, then yeah, probably for the most part. I do have a program called ScumVM, which allows me to play DOSBox games, and I might be able to tinker with the camera, but for this particular game, I wasn't able to use the ScumVM, so I had to actually configure it through DOSBox. So you're listening to Radio Glimji on YouTube while we play this game. So yeah, no face cam. But hey, this game is fully voiced, so I don't really have to do a lot of talking other than my witty banter every now and then.
Is there any way to shut down the core?
There's a fail-safe mechanism which is supposed to jettison the core automatically in an emergency.
I'd say this qualifies as an emergency. Why wasn't the core jettisoned?
The only way to prevent it is by manual override. Someone has to be there to stop it.
That means there's someone still alive in there. Data, are you picking up any life signs?
The station's shielding is interfering with our sensors. I cannot tell if any of the crew are still alive. However, life support is still functioning. But power readings indicate that it may fail at any time.
Dr. Crusher.
Crusher here.
We are nearing Merton's station. Are you prepared for casualties?
My staff is ready to do double shifts. We can handle about 330 emergency cases, but we'll have to beam the rest down to Simcoe.
Understood. What is your recommendation?
We can't do anything from here, but to get an away team aboard, we have to find a way through those shields.
I believe I have a solution. The station's upper shields are badly damaged. If we establish a lock on a transporter on the upper decks, a transporter beam could penetrate the weakened shields.
Once we're in, we should be able to jettison the power core. Then we could lower the station's shields and evacuate the wounded.
Very well, number one. Make it so.
Yeah, so actually, fun fact about that, 2P. The majority of the crew, like actors, did their voices for this game. So this game's actually made, I talked a little bit about it earlier in the video, but this game is actually made by Spectrum HoloByte or something like that. I forget the name of the company now, but they actually made a game on the Super Nintendo. And then they made this game in 1995. And it reprises the voices of all the main characters. So, I mean, we've got Geordi, Data, Worf, Troy, Riker, Crusher. Basically, most of the main characters, and by main, I mean, unfortunately, Will Wheaton was not involved in this, so I can't be like, shut up, Wesley. But, yeah, it's fully voiced, and in the intro, I mean, it plays out like a Star Trek episode. Like, this feels like I'm watching and partaking in a Star Trek episode of the actual TV series. So it's great. I don't have to do a lot of the talking. They can do the voices for me, and that's perfect. So, but yes, it is actually Sir Patrick Stewart doing the voice work along with everybody else.
Geordi, I want you and the rest of the away team ready to go in 20 minutes.
We'll be there in 10.
I'm also playing on Ensign difficulty because this game, from what I've been told, does have some space combat, and it is pretty difficult. And so for the purpose of obviously just getting through the story and enjoyment, and also because this is my first time playing, I'm playing on Ensign. So, sorry, I guess I could have played on Lieutenant or Captain difficulty, but it is what it is. Alright, so now we're going to the away team. So, and of course, a couple things since you're new here, 2P. You can talk to different crew members. Like, we can talk to Troy, for example.
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions right now.
So basically, you can talk to the crew, and they'll sometimes give you suggestions and stuff. But we need to go to the transporter room, because that's where we're going to beam down to the planet.
Beam down coordinates selected.
Alright, so we got Riker, Crusher, Geordi, and Worf. All beaming down to the planet. Alright, well this is probably a good time to make a save, because you never know what dangers will lurk ahead, so we'll call this save 1, and we'll call it, Space Station. Because that's kind of where we're at right now. And of course, the music isn't ominous at all. And now we actually get to experience the point-and-click adventure. You know, we get to look, we get to talk, take a look around, see what we got here. Get the transporter.
Wouldn't count on using this transporter with the power fluctuating so badly.
Also, if anything's too quiet or too loud, obviously do let me know, guys.
Wouldn't count on you.
Look at Worf.
Lieutenant Worf is the ship's chief security officer. Geordi is the Enterprise's chief engineering officer.
Chief security, chief engineering, chief medical.
It's Beverly Crusher, the Enterprise chief.
What else we got here? Screens.
These power surges are serious. Without a stable power source, we'll lose life support.
Indeed.
These power surges.
Well, the transporter panel.
This is an unusual design for a transporter panel.
Alright. Doctor, what do you think?
Let's get up to the station's control center. We have to stabilize life support.
I agree. Geordi?
According to the schematics, the life support controls are up in station administration.
Okay. Worf?
There may be an auxiliary life support panel below in engineering. We could stabilize it from there.
Alright. Tricorder reading. Sufficient for operation. System checks. Connection to sensors damaged. Energy fluctuations may disrupt buffer and damage pattern. Objective: stabilize life support, prevent power core breach, lower shields to prevent evacuation. That's our objective. Transporter will function, but target coordinates must be entered manually. Warning: energy fluctuations exceed tolerance levels not recommended for transport of living, more complex targets.
The transporter may be too unstable to use. I'm reading severe energy surges.
What else can we do to the transporter?
These power surges are serious.
I love that we can do
no unusual reading.
That we can do readings on the equipment here. All right, well, let's take a look. What do we got here? Looks like we have a computer. Oh, I guess we can switch between characters. That's cool. Geordi, you're Mr. Fix-It, so I'm gonna get you to get over here and have a look-see at the computer here. Data link to sensors is damaged. Enter coordinates for transport. Oh, well, we don't want that. What does that do? No target currently locked. Okay, well, we can't really do anything on the computer, right? Exit. What's this? Use lock on, use energize. Okay. Chief Womanizer. Right? There's a door, transporter. We have the phasers. Set phasers to stun. Medkit. And tricorder. Can't look at any of this stuff.
All primary subsystems are down. Inertial dampers, life support, no telling how...
Okay, and get Mr. Chief of Security over here. Go ahead and open the door.
That does not work.
I mean, it doesn't work. Can I not walk over to the door? Alright, let's take a look in this room. What do we got here?
She is trapped beneath that fallen cable. We must free her.
Indeed.
Stand clear of the edge. This shaft does not have safeguards against falling.
Good to know.
Majka. It is a triply redundant energy system. Even after a direct assault, the station is still operational.
Jordy, what do you make of it?
I'd sure like to get a look at that power core. Just one of these conduits could handle the entire energy output of the Enterprise.
Wow. Alright. Crusher, should probably get over there and help her out.
I've got to talk to the engineers who built this place. The entire hull is lined with a liquid titanium-duranium alloy in a memory gel suspension. It's completely self-sealing.
Jordy is apparently having a lovely time with the engineering.
You mean the station heals itself?
That's one way to put it. The attack caused major structural damage. If this were any other station in the Federation, we'd be standing in a vacuum.
And we wait for, oh, can I increase the walk speed? Nope. There we go. Let's get the old medical tricorder out.
She's got multiple fractures in both legs. The bones in the lower part of her left leg are shattered. She's in shock and there's some internal bleeding.
Well, that's not good.
All things considered, she's very lucky. I can take care of the worst of her injuries here, but I'd like to get her to sickbay.
Alright, Worf, how do we get the power cord off?
It is too heavy.
Can we blast it?
The cable has been cut through.
That works. Okay, now I should be able to move it, right?
It is too...
Help the
She cannot be treated unless we move the cable. However, there is a risk we may injure her in doing so.
I can't do anything for her until we get...
Better get the cable out of the way. Suggestions?
Perhaps we should leave her for now. The entire station is in danger. Perhaps we...
What do you think, Jordy?
I've been thinking about how to free that trapped crewman. What if we use the station's transporter to remove the cable? With the station's sensors out, we'll have to manually acquire the cable's coordinates for beaming.
That could work. Good thinking, Jordy. Okay, so Mr. LaForge, I will get you to walk to the next room. And of course we have to wait for him to walk there. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more. Alright, let's go to the transporter panel. Use the transporter panel. Let's lock on. Data link to enter coordinates. Okay, go enter the coordinates. Enter the coordinates. Let me click. It's a good idea, but I don't know how to do it.
It's a little risky, but I think we can use this transporter. It works just like ours. Lock on, then energize. It's a little...
Okay.
If we revive the injured woman, she may be...
I can't just let that woman suffer.
We do have to find a way to get her free. I agree. Oop. Okay, what if I'm gonna get you to move over here so I...
The only person I've seen so far is that woman.
Life support will fail if we don't get it stabilized soon.
I can't just let that...
If we revive the injured...
How do we...
I don't think that...
But how do we get the coordinates? I guess we could have gotten the coordinates through,
It didn't work.
Through the tricorder, probably, right?
I've got the coordinates for It's a data transfer.
Ah, there we go.
And shows signs of contact with a phased energy beam.
This cable's built for handling information, not energy. I'm surprised it didn't just vaporize when it was hit.
Cool, so now that we got the information, we can head back. Okay, Jordy, now enter. Get to it. Mr. LaForge! Data cable, please. Energize.
It didn't.
Can I pick it up? Alright, cool. So now we can go back and... Miss Crusher? Dr. Crusher, I need you to head back to the woman. Medical...
It's not...
I guess I get you to walk to the woman. And we wait.
She's got multiple fractures in both legs.
Yeah, we know. Now we're gonna be able to move her.
If we move the cable, we may injure her.
Alright, now what do we got?
There's no...
Use the med kit on her.
That takes care of the worst of her injuries. She's coming around now.
Commander?
How do you feel?
I'll manage. You're from Starfleet, aren't you?
Yes, we're from the Enterprise. We just arrived.
Thank goodness you're here. I'm Anna Bennett, Chief Medical Officer. Listen, we've got a lot of wounded here. How many can you evacuate?
We can get everyone, but not until we lower the shield.
We can't do that until we stabilize or jettison the power core.
What happened here?
What happened here?
We were attacked, but I don't know who or what it was. I was headed for sickbay when something struck the hull and tore this cable loose.
Do you have any guesses who might have done this? Was there any warning?
We never knew what hit us. There was an initial attack which lasted maybe 10 minutes. Later there was a hull breach and the power systems went crazy. I don't remember anything after that. I passed out.
What do you mean the power systems went crazy?
What did you mean when you said the power systems went crazy?
It's this insane experiment Dr. Greaves and some of the other researchers put in place. A revolutionary power source. It's unstable enough to begin with. After sustaining damage like this, who knows what it'll do?
We've been reading some large power fluctuations. Is that normal?
How should I know? Those maniacs. You know what they've got down there? They plugged the biggest research station in the quadrant into a singularity, a black hole.
I'm sorry, what?
Then why the energy fluctuations? Singularity-driven power sources are usually stable.
Greaves came up with some scheme to increase the energy output. Something about gravity waves. I don't know all the details, but it involved destabilizing the containment field.
Where are the rest of the station personnel?
Where are the rest of the station personnel?
Most of them probably escaped when Commander Wild gave the order to evacuate after the first attack. But I know many are trapped and can't reach the shuttle base.
And how are you feeling?
How are you feeling?
I've been better, but I think I'm all right for now. Thanks again for your help.
We'll be back to check on you later. Right now, we've got to stop the core breach if we can.
All right. I think I'll be fine for now.
Alright, well, that probably warrants a save. Alright, well, let's carry on then, shall we? Nothing else to do. What do we got in here?
The experimental power core must produce tremendous amounts of energy.
I agree.
At least this turbolift still works.
Alright, well, there's a turbolift.
It didn't work.
Alright, let's walk to the turbolift. And I assume we want to go to engineering?
I'd say we found our intruder.
What does administration do? Alright, let's take a look at administration. What have we got in here?
With the holotable out, we can only get damage reports on life support and power systems. Energy surges have fused these controls. Energy surge.
Are we going to be able to fix any of this stuff? Jordy, see what you can do.
It's dead. Power surges have disabled most of the station's primary systems.
Are they all dead?
A lot of these systems are out.
Ooh, puzzle time. What do we got here?
With the emergency systems access code, we can shut down or redirect power to life support.
Enter authorization code.
We can't redirect life support power without the access code. Maybe Dr. Bennett knows it.
Oh, okay. So we can't do anything without code. We need the code! Alright, well, I guess we're going through the turbolift door again. Crew deck 2. Oh, I see. That takes us there. Alright, so we're going to engineering. What's going on here?
Amazing. It's using a plasma suspension beam to draw energy straight out of the main conduits. I'd say that alien machine cut through the conduit casing to get at the energy inside. Amazing. I don't see anything special.
Alright, well, where are we going? Entering lab 4. This is walk to core control room. Now let's go to engineering lab 4. And what do we have here?
A wave reduction converter. We might be able to use this. It's a specialized tool for dampening graviton flux waves.
Sorry, what? In English? I guess I can grab it.
It didn't work.
What do we got? Gravitation probe?
A graviton probe. That could be useful when you're dealing with the gravitic power source.
Okay. Pick that up. What's this?
Pulse negators are used for canceling fluctuations in pulsed energy systems.
I assume we want that too.
That's a phase inverter coupling. It's for reconnecting multi-phase energy channels and correcting flux modulation problems. I don't think we'll need this plasma shunt. The main power source here is definitely not plasma-based. A flux router is for really delicate work.
We have to get past that machine out there. It's blocking the way to primary engineering. Ideas?
We do not have sufficient weaponry to destroy the intruder.
What is it doing here?
It appeared to be drawing plasma from the third conduit cluster.
Well, that's it. It's collecting energy. Maybe if we can temporarily shut off the power, it'll leave.
Make it think the wells run dry, eh? It's worth a try.
There should be emergency shutoff controls around here somewhere.
Good thinking, Jordy.
It didn't.
Alright, let's take a look at what's got here. Equipment
I don't
cart.
see anything.
There's a control panel in the back. We use the control panel. Initiate temporary shutdown. There we go.
It did.
Alright, so that should make it think that it's no longer absorbing power. Right? Did that not work? Shutdown group 1. I don't know what that did. What'd I do? Did it leave? Did I do it?
The Forge Enterprise. Did you pick that up?
We have detected a small object departing the station at high speed. Sensors identify it as a small asteroid.
You've got to be kidding.
Apparently, this object is capable of sending false readings to our sensors. The object has accelerated to warp speed.
I'd like to chase it down, but the station isn't stable yet. See how long you can track it.
I'd like to chase it down, but the station isn't stable yet. See how long you can track it.
Acknowledged. Picard out.
Okay. Well, with that thing out of the way, we should now be able to access the doors, right? Hooray! It's out of the way! We can actually look at the power conduit.
I'd say that alien machine cut through the conduit casing to get at the energy inside.
Can we do anything with it? What's this do again?
That's a phase inverter coupling. It's for reconnecting multi-phase energy channels and
Can we use that on this? Nope.
I can't make it.
What about this? Nope. What about this? Nope. Nope.
I'd say that alien machine cut through the conduit casing to get...
Okay. Can we walk to the control room then?
You have an uncanny sense of timing.
And you are?
I beg your pardon?
Timing, I said. You have fine timing. The one instant I cannot afford to be distracted, and in barges all of Starfleet.
I'm Commander Riker of the Enterprise. We've come to help.
Charmed. I'm Dr. Silas Greaves, Chief of Energy Research. For now, the most help you can give me is to stay out of the way!
No unusual readings.
We saw a large alien device just outside the store. It was attached to the main conduit. Do you know what it was doing?
We saw a large alien device just outside this door. It was attached to the main conduit. Do you know what it was doing?
I can't imagine. There shouldn't be anything attached to the main conduits except where they connect to the distribution net. What did it look like?
It was about 15 meters long with a neutronium alloy shell. It was well armed and almost as hostile as you.
Neutronium? Armed? We have nothing like that here. It must have been left by the ship that attacked us. Where is it now?
It carved a hole in the hull and left. Your automated safety systems sealed the breach.
Well, that explains the damage to the conduits and the energy fluctuations. I wonder what it was doing.
You know, trying to kill you, probably.
Our sensors showed that your power core is unstable. We need to jettison it before it breaches the containment field.
Jettison it? No, this power core is inherently unstable. All we have to do is get it back within operating parameters.
There's no time. We try and stabilize the power core. We have to jettison it now.
There's no time to try and stabilize the power core. We have to jettison it now.
Very well. But this decision will be on your head.
As an officer on this station, Dr. Bennett should have the access code for life support.
I'll take full responsibility. Full responsibility. We're jettisoning the core.
I'll take full responsibility. We're jettisoning the core.
Very well, then. The jettison controls are on the emergency panel right over there in the corner.
Energy surges have...
Looks like, can we use the control panel?
The emergency system's been activated. This touch bar will jettison the power core. Enterprise?
Picard here.
I'm jettisoning the power core. Prepare to move it away from the planet.
Acknowledged. Picard out.
Riker to Enterprise. Did you detect that?
The station's power core was just jettisoned. We've removed it to a safe distance with a tractor beam.
Can you get a transporter lock on us yet?
Yes, the station's shields were lowered when the core was jettisoned.
Well, there's not much more for us to do here then. Beam us up.
Acknowledged.
Wait, we didn't help anybody though.
We are being hailed, sir. It is Chancellor Danub.
I might have to reload my save.
Well, I don't know how you did it, but thank you. The danger is past. Now all that remains is to pick up the pieces.
I regret that we were unable to save the station.
Please, no apologies. After all, some of the crew did make it out in the escape pods. We are simply glad to be alive. If that power core had not been jettisoned, I would not be here to thank you.
Take good care of your people, Danub.
We'll inform you as soon as we know who attacked the station.
Please do. There are accounts to settle. Danub out.
I should like...
Okay, I want to see though if I load my game. 'Cause we've talked to her, right? Asked her how she's feeling.
All right.
Because we totally forgot that there is a thing over here. If we go to the computer and we ask the doctor.
It didn't work.
Administration, right? Enter authorization code.
We need that access code.
Right, so we need the access code. So we could probably go back and ask the doctor about the authorization code.
I don't think that's such...
We need some help.
We need some help.
What is it?
We need the access code to put life support on emergency power.
But that should happen automatically.
Only if the main power has been interrupted. The core is still providing power.
So the emergency system never kicked in. But if there's main power, why shift to emergency power?
The fluctuations in main power are getting worse. A big enough surge could overload the life support system.
I warned them about using an inherently unstable power source. I never thought it would come to this. The code is 334L42.
Alright, remember that. 334L42.
Thank you. We'll stabilize life support. Then we'll see about that power core.
You should jettison that thing. If it breaches the containment field, life support will be the least of our problems.
We'll be back to check on you later. Right now, we've got to stop.
All right.
Okay, so she told us about the life support and the code, so we're gonna use that. Back to administration. My cat is going near the air conditioner. What are you doing? He's checking out the air conditioner. My cat's all like, "Oh, what?" Enter authorization code 334L42. Access granted. Emergency override controls active. Life support disconnected from the main power. Operating in emergency power only. Life support is stable at minimum levels. Okay. You shut down. Use power redirect. Life support disengaged. Station will be inhabitable in 15 minutes. You shut down. So the shutting down will turn it off. Emergency shutdown. Emergency shutdown terminated. Restoring life support. Alright. What's this? Use power redirect. Life support disconnect from main power. Operating on emergency power level. Life support is stable at minimum levels. Okay. Use power redirect. Okay, how about that?
I hope the controls we need aren't in one of the dam.
The power core controls are probably... The power
core could breach its containment field at any time.
We need to get to main engineering. Gotcha.
I'd say we found our intruder.
Can we do a scan on it? Composition 39.3 iron, 28.7 silicon, 19 point water, unidentifiable gold. blah blah blah. Subject is naturally occurring interplanet debris.
For just a moment, I was reading a neutronium hull and an internal energy source. But now all I'm reading is a hunk of rock.
It's sending false readings to our tricorders. It's like a chameleon. It disguises itself perfectly. If we weren't here to see it, we'd never know it was here. It could probably fool our ship sensors just as easily. This chameleon field seems to take a fraction of a second to adjust to new scanning frequencies. If I set the tricorder to randomly shift frequencies at high speed... There. I'm getting a partial reading now.
Plasma suspension beam active scanner waves. Evidence of phaser capability. Subject is warp capable device. Origin unknown.
Yep, it's a neutronium hull, all right, and a powerful energy source. I've never seen that much power in such a small package before.
Hey! No, you're not going over there. Alright, well, we know what we gotta do. So Jordy will get you to, grab things, as you did before.
It didn't.
And get you to use the control panel. What'd that do? Alright, so it's leaving. Just like before.
The Forge Enterprise. Did you pick that up?
We have detected
You've got it. That asked.
Enter the object.
Okay, we've done this before.
I'd like to check.
We'll scan it. Alright, we're gonna walk to the control room.
You have an uncanny sense.
I beg your
timing.
Okay, then we're gonna talk to him.
I'm
Thank.
There's a large machine of some kind.
There was
blah. He says, you know, yada yada.
It was
really big.
Just
we're gonna have to jettison it. We don't have time. Just like we told him last time.
Look.
Very well.
Okay, so then we convince him. And then we jettison it.
This'll jettison the power. Enterprise.
Picard.
I'm getting ready.
Acknowledge.
The Forged Enterprise. What's the station's condition?
The station's
good.
Yes.
Great.
Acknowledge.
Alright, and we're done.
We are being hailed, sir. It on screen.
Well, I don't know how. Take, please.
Okay, so we've done all
What
that.
are your orders, Captain?
So what's the orders now? You should like to consider the situation a bit further, set course for the sector and resume our patrol along the neutral zone. Aren't we going for Horse 3, Warp 5?
Set course for Horse 3, Warp 5.
Aye, sir.
Engage.
Because that's kind of where we were going before, right?
And is...
I'm sorry.
Counselor...
I'm sorry.
Mr. Data, I suggest...
Everybody's saying we should talk to so-and-so.
Admiral Williams here.
What's your...
I'd have to say I'm a little disappointed with your performance at I'm glad the wounded were safely evacuated, but it's going to take years to repair the damage to the station. Shall I go on?
Please do.
The Enterprise's presence in this region has set a lot of
So the assessment of the recent performance was they were disappointed in us.
What's your...
I'd have to say I'm a little disappointed. I'm glad the wounded were safely evacuated, but it's going to take years to repair the damage to the station. Shall I go on?
I wonder if there was a way to
No, thank you.
to save it without jettisoning it.
What is the cut?
Actually, things are relatively...
Picard out.
I'll have to double check to see if that's actually, you know what? Let's Yeah, you know what? I'll check it out later. We're almost at our next destination anyway. Just gotta wait.
Helm, standard orbit.
Take a look at the view screen.
Any suggestion?
I'm sorry, Cap.
Mr. War.
Captain.
Mr. Data. I suggest we
Let's use the turbolift. Go to the transporter.
There are no valid beam-down coordinates at this location.
Back to the bridge.
Thank you for agreeing to visit Shaynock, Captain.
That's initially where we were going, right? How do we do a scan? No known life forms. Isn't that where we were supposed to go? Before we,
Primary core access enabled. Systems online.
Isn't that where we were supposed to go?
Counselor.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, now we can talk to Shaynock. Alright, well, we're gonna do that in the next Let's Play because I promised my buddy that I would play a little bit of Apex Legends with him, so I'm gonna do that before bed. But I will be back tomorrow night with more Star Trek: The Next Generation of Final Unity. Sorry that the stream wasn't very long tonight, but was more to see if things were able to get going, but we'll continue that in the next episode of our Let's Play Star Trek The Next Generation of Final Unity. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Make sure you like this video. Tell all your friends. Share the video. Whatever you got to do. And if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube video, if you're watching this later, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I look forward to more streams on YouTube, and I've had a lot of fun. Hope you guys are having fun too. And with that, that's the end of the stream. So Picard out. Stay safe, my friends.